I want to say a big welcome and thank you for coming in to Colin, Geoffrey and Simon from Kettlespider.
Hello, thank you very much for having us.
Yes, Colin, you are doing actually a gig. Let's get this out right away so people know actually what's going on.
Right, tomorrow night we're playing a show at the Bendigo Hotel, which is in Collingwood. And
not in Bendigo.
Not in Bendigo. Surprising. We're wondering whether there's a Collingwood hotel in Bendigo, but this is definitely the Bendigo Hotel in Collingwood. And it's tomorrow night. It's starting at 8 p.m. That's when the doors are on. It's $10 entry. And we're playing with a bunch of other great bands. Awesome Wells, who are a really good prog band, and they're just up and coming this year. And then Xenographed, who are face-melting madness with saxophones and, guitars and percussion, all sorts of things.
You've played with Xenographed quite a bit in the past.
Yeah, in fact, they're one of our favourite acts to play with. We played with them earlier in March at a really big show at the Evelyn, which was awesome. So we're looking forward to doing it again tomorrow night.
Is Citrus Jam playing as well?
Yes.
Honestly, that band is fantastic. That's
Yeah, don't go and see Kettlespider. Go see Citrus Jam.
Yeah, so make sure you come on down to the Bendigo Hotel tomorrow night. It's going to be a bit of a prog party, and we hope you'll all come down and join us.
So Peter did introduce you guys, but just let everyone know what you actually play and who decided to stay home. And
all right, well, I'm Colin and I play bass guitar in the band, and to my right I have Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm the drummer of Kettlespider.
I'm Jeff, I play keyboards. Unfortunately, Harry, who plays guitar, and also Scott couldn't make it tonight, but they're saying hello. So, hi guys.
So tell us about Kettlespider. How did you all begin? Because you're basically half of our age, and probably over half with Peter. But,
Shut up.
you guys are young kids playing progressive metal. This is bizarre. At least bizarre to us, anyway.
Rare, let's put it this way, yeah.
Well, we met up in high school and we just shared a common love of like prog bands like Dream Theater and metal bands like Iron Maiden. And then we discovered Opeth. We're just like, oh man, we got to start our own band and try and use these influences and come up with some of our own tracks. It was slow goings at the beginning, but that was 5 years ago that we started the band together. So we were 17, 18, and since then we've been working on our music writing skills and. It's come together really nicely. It's a lot of fun to play with these guys.
Now, sorry to ask that question, but you said when you were like 15 years old or so in school, we were listening to bands like Maiden and Dream Theater, whatever. How on earth do today's 15-year-olds or, in 7 years ago, 15-year-olds actually get onto Maiden and Dream Theater and whatever?
I think there was a common distaste in a lot of the stuff that was coming up on the radio, and we couldn't tolerate it, and we were always looking for something a little bit different to listen to. And it was just a few friends of ours, like older friends, who had put us onto some of these metal bands. And for me, it was particularly Iron Maiden that really made the biggest impression on me. And then one day we were all at school and Harry, our guitarist, brought in As I Am by Dream Theater. It would have been 2003 or 2004, around the time they released that song. And we listened to that song and we were just blown away by the musicianship and how a song could be so heavy but so musical at the same time. And at that point in time, we tried to play a bit of that kind of music. We had nowhere near enough talent. We had no idea what we were doing. We just couldn't play our instruments in that way. But by continuing to persevere and listening to that kind of music, we've now started to really work on it, and we're writing our own music now. And I mean, that's now 5-6 years ago, but it's really exciting to be seeing what lies ahead.
So, Jeff, just your fan base then for Kettlespider, is it actually quite young people? Like, aside from friends and family and stuff, but is it quite young, or do you have a wide range of age group from a fan base?
To be honest, it is very wide range. We have a whole diverse range of people coming to our shows, and that also extends to people we meet online, like buying our music and listening to our stuff online. I mean, we have someone, was it from like
Slovakia? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and what is it, like 40-year-old guy from Slovakia, and he's just like, Kettlespider music is the best music.
As long as he wasn't trying to pick you up, then that's the main thing.
I don't think that was trying to happen.
Sorry, I couldn't help that one.
It can only come from you, Gary. Only from you.
But this Slovakian fan sent a big letter to us, basically saying, you guys have released my favorite album of the year, and I really want you to send a picture of your band with autographs and a signed CD, and even some guitar picks, ticket stubs, anything you can. And we basically had to say, look, our ticket stubs aren't very exciting because we're just playing local shows in Melbourne, but we'll send you whatever we can. And we've sent it away, and we haven't heard from him since. So
Yeah, that was because you sent the dirty underwear. That's right.
Well, he got his
That'll be
fill.
worthwhile in the future.
in the future, yeah. You guys thinking well ahead, and you're planning big by the sounds of it. So anyway, yeah, you're not just having a show going on this weekend, you have other plans for this weekend, we heard.
Yeah, quite exciting. On Sunday, we're going into the studio to film a live kind of video to put on YouTube. Its aim is to capture the essence of our live show, because people afterwards tend to come up to us and say, hey, you guys are really tight when you're playing. So we thought, well, what better way to communicate that sort of feeling across the internet by having a live video in the studio.
Yeah, but no audience.
No audience. It's just going to be us getting in the groove and, rocking it out.
But that's cool. So that's a new song that you're going to be playing?
Yeah, actually a brand new. In fact, two brand new songs. Yeah, people have only heard these once before. Yeah, we only played these songs, I think, once at our last gig not too long ago. But yeah, this very, very new.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. So how many new songs or how much new material have you got available?
The truth is, we've got over 90 minutes of music that we are figuring out what to do with.
You have too much time on your hands, don't you?
We don't really. We've all been really busy this year, but just gradually building up like a levy of songs that we can pick and choose from. Some of them we've found belong together, so there'll be 3 or 4 song sets that sound really nice when we play them in sequence. So they could become, an EP. They could become a series of songs in a prog epic or something, like a really long Symphony X style 25-minute song. You never know. We have to figure all of this out. But we have the music there. It's just a matter of finding the time and the money to be able to do what we want to do with these songs and find a way to release them.
And record it and release it. Okay, that's fair enough.
You guys, sorry, Peter, you guys do all your own recording and production and mixing and mastering and stuff as well?
Yeah. So I did most of that for Avadante. We sort of got all our gear together and went into a rehearsal space and knocked out all the album in one day. And
jumped in the deep end almost, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we spent the next few months mixing it and mastering it, and yeah, it was certainly an experience.
You did, didn't you do? And you did the engineering, didn't you yourself?
Yeah.
And you did the production for mostly yourself.
Yes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Yeah.
So, you any prior experience, or was it just a jump into the cold lake or something?
Oh well, yeah, I've been sort of, I love the whole technical thing since I was in high school, and I had completed a course in RMIT and on sound production and all that kind of stuff. So that certainly helped with it, but it was great to come out of the course and then produce an album, with these guys it was really easy, and it was it wasn't easy working with 5 blokes, I tell you. Oh, wow.
Could have been worse, could have been 5 girls,
And sometimes I thought they were girls.
Boom, boom. So obviously you would have learned a hell of a lot during that experience that you can take to the future. Is there anything you would have changed, or is it just a case of, it's a moment in time kind of thing and you live and learn, really?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there with the moment in time. I mean, yeah, we've learned a lot since then, and playing shows really helps to develop our playing together. I think our music is progressing a lot since this album as well. So, yeah, it's exciting time.
And sorry, Peter, go for it. I'll butt in then. That's all right. Colin, I just wanted to ask you about being an instrumental band. We've seen Planet X before a few years ago. How do you actually entertain a crowd as an instrumental piece? Because obviously the singer is typically the centerpiece, that's the bounce off almost. But how do you do it with 5 guys on stage? Is it?
Well, it takes a bit of practice. First, you have to kind of break out of your shell. It's typical when we're practicing just to stand there and try and get everything technically correct. But after a while, we kind of really feel the music when we're playing it together, and you kind of can step out and have a lot of fun and dance around. Like, my thing is just to act like an idiot and, really,
Yeah,
really
it's not
rock
necessarily
about.
bad, so yeah.
Yeah. But so like try and encourage Scott to start bobbing his head along, and Harry's constantly like winking and nodding and making all sort of motions like, yeah, change part now, and it looks pretty funny. I think we do a pretty good job considering.
Yeah, you went to the school of Gary, I think,
of course.
acting like idiots.
I
That's-
can't help but mention that Simon's like admirable drummer faces, like the most ridiculous orgasm faces you can imagine, non-stop for 50 minutes tomorrow night. If you want to see that, it's pretty
Are
impressive.
you trying to stop people going tomorrow night, or what are you doing?
I make it worth your while.
So just on the side, apart from playing at the Bendigo like tomorrow night, going to Blackburn to record a live video shoot on Sunday, when you guys are not at work or at school or recording or playing music, what are you listening to? What are you doing? What is your interest in music outside of Kettlespider?
Well, I really like the new Dream Theater album.
It's all right. You're in good company here. It's okay.
And you're wearing an Iron Maiden shirt, so
Yes. It's a lot of it's really of the same sort, really, just progressive. What would you say? Progressive progressive metal and everything like that. Yeah, but what would you say, Simon? Like, honestly, like. It's so diverse. Like, everyone listens to different types of music. I mean, we've got Harry who's doing a jazz course, and he listens to all the jazz, and that some of those elements come into our music as well. But Simon's more of a metal guy, I guess, or.
Well, not so much a metal guy. I mean, I like to play a large variety of different music when I'm practicing drums, and I've recently started to develop an affinity for collecting vinyl. And in doing so much of the music I've been listening to has been from the 1970s. I've just gone back into the vault and I've found all these old 1970s progressive rock albums, to the point in which this year, for my honours thesis, I wrote about concept albums and the need for them to just come back. We need more concept albums here. So,
But Peter, nerd alert! I think. Actually, yeah, we've got the new Aryan that Peter's
the
going to review.
ultimate concept album.
but concept albums actually aren't exclusively nerd territory anymore. I mean, there's hip-hop artists releasing great concept albums now as well. And I've basically
They
made-
can be nerds too,
Yeah, it can be. It's true.
But yeah, I think just making artistic statements with your music that's more than just the 3-minute pop song, extending an idea over the course of numerous songs, making it have the artwork, the presentation, it's something that we're missing out on at the moment. And here in the studio, we've been looking at some Arion and Dream Theater releases from the last few weeks, and just holding them in your hands and going through the booklet. It's an experience, and there's got to be more of that. And I reckon this scene, the progressive metal scene, is where we can start to do that, and hopefully people will take notice.
Good. And just quickly before we finish up, you mentioned jazz before. Do you actually do improv on stage at all?
Scott does a lot of improv, our guitarist. A lot of our melodies and stuff are pre-written, but Scott seems to just
Have
freestyle
a mind of
it.
his own, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. No, sorry, sorry to pick up on this now, but talking about conceptual albums and all that, you haven't got a vocalist out the front.
How the hell do you write a concept as an instrumental rock band?
It's hard storytelling if you haven't got no one actually telling the story as such. No offense, the music can do a good job, but
Well, a lot can be left up to interpretation with instrumental music, which is kind of a cop-out. But I think what we'll be doing with this next release is focusing a lot more on the extra packaging that comes with the music itself. Like Simon was saying, we hope to have like really extensive artwork to lay out any kind of a concept that would help, and external media just to go along
liner
with the
notes
idea.
possibly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, no, look,
So-
Virgil Donati just released a solo album, and that's obviously a purely fusion instrumental album, but he put complete liner notes to each song, explained, what the feel behind it, where it came from, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's probably the way to go.
So, Peter, they're playing progressive metal, which is a niche market. They're an instrumental band, which is a further niche market, and they're possibly writing concept albums, which is the nichest of the niche, or something. You guys are freaks. Yeah, you need help. You need therapy already.
Yeah, gluttony for punishment, yeah.
triple niche.
However, we hope that as a bunch of young dudes who are putting so much time and effort into it and have so much passion for it, we hope that the people out there that are into those things will take notice, come down to the gigs, buy whatever we put out, and hopefully have a good time enjoying this vibe with us. So,
Yeah, and that's the bottom line. And you always can sell your albums to Slovakia. So
Yeah, exactly right. Now, the gig details again, please.
So tomorrow night at the Bendigo Hotel in Collingwood, 8 p.m, $10 on the door. It's going to be great. I hope to see you guys there.
Good. And you will be selling merch and CDs and everything to go with it as well?
You betcha.
Good. This is what we want to hear.
guys, anyway, thanks a lot for coming in, and hopefully we're gonna get some new album, the 90 minutes of music you're talking about. Get some of it on a disc, bring it in here, and then we can talk about it, and we can concretely talk about what's going on, all right?
Oh, we're so keen. Like,
yeah.
oh.
I mean, as we said, on Sunday we're doing a video shoot with a professional recording of 2 of these new songs. They won't be the versions making the album, but maybe we bring a CD with those 2 songs on for you guys to play.
If you bring the music in, hey, we're all for it. We won't show the video on radio, but yeah, we will play the
We
music.
can try. Try and show the video.
And your contact details. Facebook, what is it?
Just Kettlespider on Facebook. We got kettlespider.bandcamp.com where you can search up all our merch and all our last recordings, like the singles and things that we've been involved in. And we got an email, which is kettlespider@hotmail.com.
I don't think anyone cares about email anymore, do they?
YouTube, Colin.
And a YouTube page. Yes, a YouTube page as well. All the media we have.
and kettlespider.slovakia, I think, is the new web address.
Contact Zwa.
Kettlespider.underpants.
This is it. Guys, thanks for coming in. Have a super show tomorrow night. I'll be there. I don't know if Peter will be there.
I would try to be there. Yeah.
You've got a long set, and I'm really looking forward to it. So,
Thanks, Peter and Gary.
Thanks, guys.
what are we going out with?
Well, actually, you have released an album, obviously, your debut album, Avadante,
Yeah, Avadante.
and you actually choose to play the title track. So tell us about what does Avadante mean, and
they don't know.
Avadante is about a man that's in a coma and he goes through a series of really bizarre and surreal dreams. And they kind of test his personality and all this sort of psychedelic stuff. The title track starts with a really awesome drum fill and it's great.
What times do the doors open at the Bendigo? Somebody's asking on Facebook.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. There you go.
Cool. Get on down. Thanks, guys, for coming in. We'll see you tomorrow night, and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.